So I want to find out who's going to be helping you this season. Who's coming in to help you? Who are you feeding off of? What are you feeding off of? All right. So we have somebody. There's a cunning fox coming in. Somebody's being supposedly hunted by these clever entities, and you're gonna beat them at their own game. So they feel like they're pushing you up against a wall or cornering you, like you have no choice but to answer. And I feel like something like they're not going to be getting any sleep. Anyone else? And a lion. Okay. Something about a lion's den. Somebody's not eating tonight. So somebody's not eating and somebody's getting some rest. Something about two evils, the lesser of two evils. Almost like somebody is willing to fast than to, what is this, fight. More about this energy. Actually, I'm going to do some alchemy. Find out a little bit more about this lion. Somebody is considering this energy rude. I feel like they're having a hard time understanding what their place is, where they fit in. And I feel like whoever this is may be taking a more humble position because they don't realize that they have more authority than they do. So the person who chooses not to eat is the one who is actually who the table is being prepared for. I feel like it's time to eat. You have every right to eat at this point. Okay. Yeah, it's a new season. So somebody had you thinking like you were bad, basically. Like because you are king of the jungle, because everybody is afraid of you. Yeah, they made you feel like it's wrong for you to be nourished, for your soul to be nourished. And what I'm getting is these people are very, very vulnerable and they just don't realize what's coming towards them because they've had to oppress you for so long. And you're going to find a way to get your meal in. Yeah, I feel like you only had one chance to play. So whoever it was only had one chance to play with you. And they already did what they did. And now it's time for you to enjoy yourself. Okay? Somebody was being really cocky. And they thought that they had, yeah, we got their control over you. They thought that they were yeah, they really thought something that's not the case. They thought that you were afraid. But I feel like you were just raised to be respectful. Vow and pay unto the Lord your God. Let all that be round about him bring presents unto him that ought to be feared. You're the one that they should be bowing down to. They're supposed to be afraid of you. But they got you locked up in a cage because they know that you can eat whatever you want in this jungle. Okay? Everybody submits to you. And we also talking about spiritually. Okay? Also, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. And look at how they lose. They lose in all situations. Like if they would have stayed humble, which is where they should be humble because they have no authority right now. If they would have stayed humble, then God would have came because they would have been the ones being slaughtered and crucified. But they chose to not wait for God. They chose to take this initiative to put you in bondage, waiting on the devil, thinking that the devil's going to reward them, or even just going for the instant gratification. So you're the one that's going to be liberated. This lion's den. You're going to be liberated from this den. and you're going to have your picking. Somebody tried to betray you, but they're not going to get that reward, or they're not going to be able to spend whatever money they're receiving. Is going to go back into the vault. And the only valuable asset that you have right now is your ability to worship God. The fact that Christ even invites you to sit with him. Many people don't get this invitation. The fact that you can sit with Christ is your reward. And so all this money that people are getting or think they're receiving is not valuable at all. It's losing its value day by day. These are the people who have accepted the mark of the beast, who think that whatever they did is going to solidify their space in the kingdom of heaven. But, you really can't reason with these people, because for some reason they feel like worshiping the devil is going to get them a place in heaven. And that's just not the case. They're going to hell. They're genuinely burned. And I'm also feeling like they're going to freeze to death. Like, this is almost like, antifreeze or getting was it like a freezer burn or something where the temperature is so low that they're burning. It's hot to touch. And then in the summer, it's because it's moving from winter to summer. Whoever this is that can regulate their own temperature, people are jealous of you. People are so jealous. And you're the one wearing green. Your money. Because you have a skill. You have a skill that goes beyond anything that somebody can promise to you. Gold, paper, digital coins. None of that has any meaning to you, because you can create your own wealth. You value yourself, and that's what matters. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you are doing it, the more it makes sense to you. And that's all that matters. That as long as you understand yourself, you're beautiful. Other people see you. And you can also see how ugly they are. And you're allowed to mention that they're ugly. You're allowed to notice and acknowledge their ugliness, because they think they're getting away with something. They really feel like you were brought over here to serve them. That's how they see you. Even though they consider you to be an angel, they still feel like for some reason an angel is going to bow down to a demon. That's just not going to happen. How do you explain to these people? That's why they have to suffer the consequences, because there's no reasoning with them. As long as you let them get away with their idiotic mentality and moronic patterns of thinking, they're going to continue to think that they're better than you. So you have to let them know continuously, let them know that they don't have nothing on you. They cannot touch you, even if they try. And I feel like I'm talking to somebody who probably has scars. Remember, Christ has scars as well. And he can show what he's been through, but they still can't touch him. He said, "Don't touch me. I have not ascended. I have not yet ascended." I'm talking to somebody who has died with Christ and is rising with Christ. You carry the scars of the fact that they attempted to touch you. I'm saying somebody running, somebody taking a picture, somebody saying, "Take a picture. It'll last longer." And also, these people are starting to they're trying to blow smoke up your butt. None of that is going to be tolerated here. Flattery gets you nowhere. 7 of baskets, 10 of coins. I'm seeing you being very prosperous and very successful. Okay, you're able to relax. You may even have a jacuzzi, or maybe you're looking into purchasing one, but this is something you're going to be able to enjoy in the comfort of your own home. Okay, so people who are not part of your family don't have the right to pretend like you're their best friend. So if they think that they're getting over on you in the background of their mind, in their imagination, they pretending that you're their friend. I feel like you're going to be a nightmare. It's going to be the reverse. You're going to hurt their feelings and their dreams if they even attempt to try to get some type of value out of you without respecting you. That's just not going to happen. Make it very clear. In the spirit realm, these people do not exist. They are dead. So they have to rely on whatever this financial increase that they're stealing from others and that's about to go extinct is no longer valuable in this system. They can have all the money in the world, but nobody wants to do anything for them. Nobody wants to hire them. Nobody wants to service them. Because I'm feeling like even these local businesses are shutting down. They're not going to have anybody to buy from. They're just going to have a lot of money in the bank and nothing to spend it on. Like basically in this new world, when somebody needs help, it's all about how friendly you are and how loving and caring you are person to person. But if in the background you cussing a person out and talking crap about them, it's very obvious that you are not a genuine person. So be very clear. You love you love these people behind the scenes and you pray for them and you ignore them in person because your prayers are in your heart. There's no game to be played here, okay? So I definitely see you relaxing and these people are not getting any sleep in the background. And you're eating. You're seeing the promises that were made to you come true. And I feel like they're just kind of lingering and lurking in the background, hoping to catch a crumb. I'm also seeing you being carried like a queen or a king. You're being carried by these servants. But these aren't the same people hating on you. These are people who support you and you're eating lobster. This is happening in the desert somewhere. Also, I'm seeing a cab driver. Maybe somebody is a cab driver. And so you're a servant on some level or somebody working in the service industry. And you do it very humbly. You're going to be rewarded in heaven. Yeah, but I just feel like these people who think they're better than you are going to they're going to experience exactly what this new world order is about and how the tables are going to be turned, how they're being turned as we speak. And it's just embarrassing. But I feel like at the same time, you can just sit back and enjoy yourself because they made their bed. And then they really expected you to suffer in the background. They expected you to suffer in the background, but that's not happening. You pray and you have faith in the background. You pray for your enemies in the background. You continuously love them as they beat on you. They beat on you day in and day and you carry the scars. They're going to have to pay for that. Wow. I'm seeing somebody being decapitated. I also feel like this is them from reality. So these are people who constantly have outer body experiences because they can't exist within their own form. I'm talking to somebody who's grounded. And then we get the mirror here twice. So somebody's definitely reflecting themselves or they're learning to love their reflection. And I feel like that's what's coming in right now. You have access to so much power because people look at you and pretend like they're you. They already sold their soul to the devil and you're reaping the harvest that the devil planted. Look at this time. This is the time you have to study and to show yourself approved. At some point, you're going to be tested, but all you know is the answer, right? They're testing you to learn from you. They want to know how you're going to react, how you're going to respond, because they don't know what to do. They're lost. They don't know what's going on. I feel like somebody is coming in right now. Somebody is coming in to bless you right now with some magical abilities. And also it's time for you to reflect over what you've done. Maybe recognize the fact that you do have power and using that more intrinsically. Basically, like you got some money saved up and it's time to spend it, especially in the case of financial wealth. All right, somebody is afraid to be without. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, because as soon as you stop, that's when these people try to catch up to you and take notes on what you're doing. Okay, they're studying you. Don't be afraid to be without, because as soon as you lose, you're gonna gain. It's a continuous fluctuation. There's a flow of energy here. And anytime you stop it's like a like you're stepping on a snake or you're stepping on a hose. There's so much more ahead of you. There's so much more to come as long as you maintain this new mentality. And this may be something you're used to, this new mentality of thought. I feel like it's getting closer. You're getting closer to the truth. All right. Exercise this new authority you have. Is authority. This new authority you have. Exercise and practice is a route, is a path you're going down. All right. So you're clearing a path. Yeah. And I feel like whoever's following you is going to be, they're going to have to pay a fee or some sort, something like this. There's definitely going to be some sort of an initiation. Like they're getting swept away in your current. All right. So something's coming in. Something's going to be ending. There's going to be a crash or an explosion or something. And then that's when the devil's going to come in and pretend that he did whatever this is that happened and try and make it seem like a bad thing. So he wants you to be upset. Like he's trying to control your emotions. But this explosion is the beginning of your blessings coming in. Is a good thing. And so it's important that you stay humble, stay in a positive mentality, and recognize what's coming towards you is very good. Okay. So don't give the devil any chance to feed off of you, because that's what he's constantly doing, trying to feed off of people. And just don't give him the energy that he feeds off of. Stay positive. Stay in control of yourself and your emotions, and recognize that being in control of yourself is a good thing. All right. Yeah. So that's what this is. This power of thought and emotions is explosive. I'm just seeing a lot of light here. I could be talking to a Gemini, but I feel like this is the Gemini in everyone. This is the Gemini in your chart. How you relate to the Gemini. So your third house, your reflections, your communication, the way you communicate with yourself and the world. This is what you're developing right now. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like that anybody that steps in your way is only going to support you one way or another. Even these haters are supporting you. Yeah, and they're pretending to be your friend. I feel like there's no need to even distinguish between right or wrong right now. It's almost like eating the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. Just live your life and let other people judge you. Let them decide whether you're good or bad. Because at the end of the day, they're just going to end up judging themselves. Right? Okay, I could be talking to a Sagittarius. So we have some Gemini energy, some Sagittarius energy. Also, you being able to aim and reflect and direct your energy towards your goals. I'm talking to somebody who's very ambitious. So it looks like you're going to be, listen, as close as you come to your goals, it's almost like you and your goals are becoming one, but you still see the difference. So at some point you're going to be mirroring yourself, or you're going to come face to face with yourself. But you still know that you create whoever this identity is that you're creating. And so nobody can jump in front of you and try and siphon your power. This is something you were born to do. Your destiny is to benefit from your own gift. Nobody can steal it from you. Nobody can enslave you and make you work for them. If you don't want to work for anybody, you don't have to work for anybody. Okay. Your gift is profitable enough to work for yourself. Work for yourself, make yourself happy, and everything you need is going to come. Yeah, so I feel like the Holy Spirit is here with you. The Holy Spirit is with you. And I'm seeing somebody trying to control your language. Somebody's trying to control the words that you use and the words you say, almost like wanting to start a revolution against you. Listen, they are so far off from being successful. They're only making their lives more difficult. And this is something that you cannot explain to them. I'm seeing increase. So there's an increase. There's an abundance. All right. Just get your focus together and know exactly what you want. Christ is with you. You accept Christ into your heart. He's making your life better. Okay. And I feel like it's a constant thing with you. Like whatever it is that you enjoy doing, you're going to be able to do it continuously. Somebody is saying, okay, so somebody's nostrils are flaring. Somebody's nostrils are flaring. For sure, they're thinking about you, but I still feel like it's a jealousy. They're just jealous of you because they see what you're doing. They know that you're moving towards success and they hate that. They're just watching you prosper. They're watching you soar. They're seeing you love yourself. They know that you have a huge support system and people who love you. So yeah, maybe you're close to your haters right now, but I feel like you got close to them just so you can know what they're thinking. Just out of curiosity. Somebody's doing this dance with you. So this could be coming from your haters. Maybe your haters are your motivators. Maybe you had to get close to your haters just so you can start up this new project of yours. And you're feeding off of them. You're feeding off of these haters. And you're not shy about it. I mean, you can really enjoy yourself. He may become distant if he thinks you don't care. All right, so this hater is trying to be manipulative. He's trying to act like he doesn't care because he wants you to chase him. So I feel like this is just the beginning. You're going to run into this person again. If it's one person or this group, you're going to see the way they behave, and you're going to see all the phases of grief or the steps of grief once they realize that you are not playing games. You really are focused on yourself. So this person is trying to marry you, and this is the next step. Maybe some people are going to say yes. Maybe some people are going to accept this. Maybe some people are going to reject it. Whoever stays focused on themselves is going to see their dreams come true. All right. So I feel like you got to keep in mind that this hater is a hater, and he's trying to distract you one way or another. He's sitting back and planning. How can he get to your heart? That's what he wants. He wants your heart, and your heart belongs to God. So anybody coming for your heart is trying to stop you from doing what you're doing what you want to do, doing what makes you happy. They don't want you to be happy, and they're trying to trick you into thinking that their happiness is more important than yours. But the only thing that makes them happy is you failing. So obviously these people are haters. All right. And they're going to end up falling on their own sword, but also like they get hate from above. They got issues with God. They got issues with their higher self. They look in the mirror and hate themselves for whatever reason. That's between them and God, but they hate themselves. And you two don't have that in common. So I'm seeing you loving yourself. I'm seeing you loving what you see. Working on yourself, building yourself. And people benefit from you. People who support you benefit from you. They benefit from supporting you. All right. So your haters they're being judged doubly. They're being judged by your supporters. They're being judged by themselves. They're being judged by it's really sad for them. But don't feel bad for them. Just continue enjoying yourself, live your life. You know, if they say something negatively about you, they're going to be the first ones to hear it. And their spirit is dying, having to suffer with their thoughts. They hate themselves. They have negative thoughts. They're always trying to attack somebody. Oh, it's just so horrible. So you can be glad that you're not them. All right. So let's pull some don't feel bad for them. I'm hearing those poor things. Yeah, they are. Don't worry about it. They chose their path. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I feel like somebody is afraid, and they don't need to be afraid, but they're afraid of turning their backs on these people, almost like you have to constantly look over your shoulder because you feel like they're going to stab you in the back. But you're afraid of turning your backs on these people and looking to God. It doesn't matter what happened. As long as you're looking at God, you're good. Okay? You're in a good place. And whatever they do is between them and God. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's constantly sharing the word and spreading God's message. And you're always working towards working in God's kingdom and the kingdom of heaven. You're always working towards your goals, which is saving souls for Christ. And now it's time for you to enjoy yourself. You made it. All right. You're not a slave. You're free. I mean, really let that sink in. Whoever I'm talking to, really let that sink in. You are free to be happy. Now, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Whoever this is, you've already planned out this version of yourself. You already decided that what happiness is for you, what it means to the world. You already mapped out your future. All right. And you know that nobody can feed off of this. They're scared of you. Jealous. They don't know what comes next. So let's just get a couple more cards just to read this energy. Make sure they stay in the background. I feel like these people, they want to hug you so bad, but then they want to kiss you like Judas and betray you. Remember, they're not going to be able to spend whatever money they get. They've been tempted. Somebody came to them with the offer to turn you in. And remember, whatever this is that you're being turned in for is a blessing. I feel like you signed up for this. That new house, that new car is coming. And it's gonna come as a result of them doing their part. And then they won't even get to enjoy themselves afterwards because they're gonna be so guilty. All right. Something about the widow. All right. So remember your first love. This person is coming in for what? I feel like somebody wants you to share. They trying to take credit for this love. Let's see. I'm just like, whatever. Let's see. Are they willing to pay the fee? Because they trying to, name is on the lease or something. But have they been paying rent? Somebody's trying to come in and make a confession, like they're sorry. And this is because they see you doing well. They're trying to get on your good side. Whoever this is coming in is doing it in a sneaky way. They're still a predator, but they're just being nice because they think that you care. They think that you're so weak and gullible that somebody being nice to them or that if they try to be nice to you, that it's going to matter. It's way too late. And I feel like at some point they're trying to turn you into a scapegoat. But they're going to fall on their own sword. It's way too late for anybody coming in trying to take credit for anything you've done or tag along with you. So that's really a joke. I feel like they're definitely going to face their judgment. And they're going to be so embarrassed. These demons, they come in and try to portray as friends. They're going to be so embarrassed. Your family members coming in trying to act like everything's good. All right. They're embarrassing themselves because you're strong and they're stupid. And that's just the reality of it. All right. You don't need to mince your words at this point. So let's just pull a couple more cards here just to get where this flow is going. Anywhere? Is this going anywhere? I could be talking to a Libra, some Libra energy, TN. About TNT, you're going to explode. There's an explosion here. T and I, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, so this is your first love coming in. Maybe somebody embarrassed you. They're coming in and saying you're doing a good job. It's too late for that. All right? It's too late. So if they embarrassed you, they're going to get embarrassed. You're not holding anybody's hand because they know how nice you are and they turned their backs on you and you just kept staying focused. You didn't attack them or anything. You just stayed focused on yourself. And if you were to turn your backs on them, you already know they'd be the first one try to stab you in the back, but God is protecting you. They're not like you at all, okay? They're vile creatures. Tim, what is this? Lent? Yeah.